Hello, and welcome to the Most Eccentric Travelers Available, a tabletop RPG podcast. This episode features Taylor as Adagia, the Water Genasi Cleric, and I'm your DM, Alex. Okay, Adagia, through her travels, has come across a tavern in a forest. It's called the Sad Dogs Tavern. And you're kind of outside of it right now. Do you want to do a perception check, see what you notice about it?
Not gonna be much. How about a 6?
Okay, you're not entirely focused on what kind of building this is. You've seen that's a tavern, and that's all you really need to see. And you've kind of like, psh, I don't need to see the rest, and you decide to walk in, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You walk in, and it's a very, like, a lot of taverns feel very warm and welcoming, and not that this one is particularly uninviting, it's not got the most positive energy around. Okay. You're not sure if that's attributed to the name Sad Dogs or what, if the people are influenced by that.
Yeah.
But there's not a whole lot of people in there. You see there's a barkeep in the back who is polishing a cup, like a glass cup. You see there is an orc at the bar, and a half-orc next to the orc, a smaller one. You also see a halfling, and then you see, a human in the corner of the room.
Okay. Well, first I'd want to walk up to the barkeep and, like, get their attention.
Okay.
Excuse me, you don't happen to have any bards working here, do you?
Right over there. I mean, I didn't employ them, but they're over there. I don't pay them, but
okay.
There's one here.
Okay. Is he just gesturing to...
Yeah, he's, like, gesturing over towards, the human.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And after that, I'm going to walk over to the human and kind of just casually greet them.
Okay. The barkeep, like, nods and goes back to polishing. Really focused on this one glass. Like,
I walk up and be like, excuse me, I hope I'm not disturbing you. Could I talk to you for a minute?
The human looks up at you and, like, nods, doesn't say anything, but nods. You hadn't heard them playing any music previously. It looked like, they were holding on to, a harp, so they looked like maybe they were about to play. But they probably don't want to play over you asking them things, so they've just got, like, their hands, like, in a position, but they're not, strumming the harp.
I'd probably be like, how much knowledge do you have on older music?
How old are we talking?
As far back as you may know.
Well, I only go about as far back as about 42 years myself, but, I don't think I knew much about things when I was 0, so let's say probably about, 30 years.
Fair enough.
Probably not as old as what you're looking for.
Yes. Probably not, though I do appreciate you talking with me. It's very, very much appreciated, actually.
Problem. When you're talking to this person, you feel really calm.
Okay.
Like, something, like, the whole... You weren't really, again, the tavern's not really a negative energy, so you're not really on edge, but, like, something about this person just, like, calms you.
Okay. Even more so than I usually am?
Yes. Like, you detect calm. Let's go with that. You detect calm.
Okay. There's something very interesting about you. There's not many that I meet who can exclude the same kind of feeling that I'm often told.
They just kind of like, they nod and look up at you, and they're like, thanks.
I'm sorry, I hope that wasn't really too odd to say.
But no, not at all. I've been told that quite a few times. It's not a problem.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, at least. It was at least very nice to talk with you.
Nice to talk with you, too.
At this point, she might start to go leave the tavern.
Okay. As you're heading towards the door, it actually breaks open.
Okay.
Slams into the ground. The door is off of the hinges on the floor. And standing there, you see this dark cloaked figure that is wearing a white pest mask. And most of the people in the tavern don't do anything. They kind of shrink into themselves like they're scared. They don't it's not chaotic though. But the human stands up right away and is like, holy shit. They actually run up to you because you're closest to them, and they attempt to grab your hand.
Okay.
Are you gonna let them, or do you want...
No, I'll let them.
Okay.
I have no issue. They'd be no harm, it seems.
They grab your hand, and they're like, oh my god, you gotta get out of the way, come on. And, pull you towards the back of the tavern, where the barkeep is. And they kind of look at the barkeep and, give him a look. And he just sort of nods very quickly, puts his glass down, and he opens up the barkeep area.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called. Lifts the counter thing up.
Yeah.
So you two can get back there, and you see a trapdoor down at the bottom. And he's kind of like, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. And you're being led by this human down through the trapdoor.
Okay. What's going on? You seem to be very concerned about something.
Yeah, they're looking for me, and you were pretty close to them, so I don't want you to get hurt. Everyone else seems to be kind of cowering in their corners, but you were right in front of them, and they'll tear through anything that's in front of them, so yeah.
Tear through? Why? I never did a thing to them.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
These folks seem very dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, alright, fair enough. Where does this lead then? Where are we going exactly?
This leads out into the forest. I'm not exactly sure where, I just know that it leads out there.
Lead the way then, I suppose.
Alright, and they quicken their pace up a bit. Even though, the situation has gotten more intense, they're still giving off this really calm feeling. They themselves don't look calm, but you feel calm around them.
Okay.
As you guys are running, you finally make it, to this wooden door. It kind of almost looks like tree bark a bit. Mm-hmm. But it's locked.
Okay. I turn to the human and ask him, you don't suppose you have a key for this, do you?
No.
That's unfortunate.
No.
Well, it seems like this is an emergency. Do you suppose we can just break it down?
I go for it.
Oof.
I'm not very strong. I don't know that I can, break it down. I can try giving it a kick. You want to give it a kick with me, or, kick at the same time?
Desperate times call for desperate measures, I suppose.
Alright. Roll and add strength to it.
How about a 3?
Same! I also have a 3.
Okay.
You both stomp on the door, but you stomp kind of low. I guess you're not, used to kicking too high, and it doesn't really do much to the door.
This point. Is there a backup plan? Is there a side route, perhaps?
No, the only way back is back up there.
Which is definitely not an option. I suppose we can try one more time.
Yeah.
We have no other choice.
Okay. In the background, you start to hear, like, creepy laughter.
7.
Alright, you attempt to kick it again, and similar to last time, shoot a little too low. This person actually gets their leg up a tad bit higher and slams, and I guess slams just ever so in the right spot near probably where the door hinge and the lock, not the door hinge, near where the doorknob, that's the word I'm looking for, and lock are, and it busts open, and because they kicked so hard, they kind of fumble out into the forest.
Fair enough. Alright. How much louder is the laughter getting?
It's, like, growing.
Awesome. Okay. Is there a place we can go? Is there a safe house somewhere?
We're in a forest. We just gotta run, I think.
Alright. I suppose we should start moving then, shouldn't we?
Yeah. The person goes to get up, and they stumble again.
Are you alright? Did you hurt yourself?
They're like, I may have twisted my ankle there.
Okay. Well, here, and I go to, like, help him up, like, off the ground, like, without, like, hurting his ankle.
Yeah, they like, get up with you, and they're like, thanks, I don't know how fast I can run, though.
Oh, that's alright. I'm not about to abandon you. You've been kind enough to help me, so the least I can do is help you.
Thanks. You hear the laughter approaching you. In fact, you can see out of the corner of your eye some movement coming from back in the, underground hallway there.
Okay, is it safe to assume this came out in, like, a tree, or...?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I go and try and, like, hide behind one of the nearby trees and, like, grab this person with me?
Yeah. Roll, stealth check for me.
Okay.
So this person's gonna roll, too.
Okay. I got 10.
I got 11. You are struggling to carry them. How tall is your character?
Probably, like, I think I decided, like, 5'10", I believe.
Okay. This person isn't too much taller than you. They're about 6'1", but it's enough that they're kind of looming over you a little bit.
Yeah.
And you two kind of move awkwardly behind the tree, and while you're, like, pretty well hidden, you guys made a little bit of noise getting back there. So when these masked figures emerge from the door, they, like, looked around for a little bit and didn't see you, but they heard the noise, and they're, like, like, whoop, like, right in your direction, like, locked onto your direction.
Alright. Turn to the human, and I just ask them, you don't suppose we can run very fast, can you?
No.
Do we dare move from the spot, or do we...
I mean, they're right there. I think even if we run, I can't really run, and, you know...
Still, like, bridal carry.
Oh my god, bridal style?
Yes. No, I'm really strength is 0, so... how dangerous are we talking about, actually?
They're pretty dangerous. They're not the kind of people you wanna get tangled up with. Fortunately, I have.
Well,
I suppose you haven't. You might be able to get out of here, but they did see you with me now. I maybe I shouldn't have grabbed you, but
well, it cannot be helped now. I'm a part of this, and I'm not about to abandon you.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you.
Well, at least I can do. No point in escaping off and leaving you behind. I'd couldn't bear the thought of that.
They're kind of like nodding, like they're grateful you're not leaving them behind. They look kind of scared now. Like, see a little bit of tears. You're like,
well, at this point, we have no other choice than to stand our ground, do we?
yeah.
All right. Well, are you well enough to at least put up a battle?
I can try. It's better than nothing.
Fair enough. All right. At that point, I'm probably gonna just like maybe like hobble out with them and to like face the person.
Yeah, you're gonna go face to face with it.
We've got no choice.
Okay. You hobble out and you come face to face with the creature.
Okay.
And the mask like moves so it's looking straight at you.
Okay.
And, like, it's a mask, so it doesn't really like have humanoid eyes, but it's got like giant sapphires in place of the eyes, and like it feels very unsettling to see this staring at you. It's kind of like Uncanny Valley a bit feeling, where it's just like it's not humanoid really, but it's still just like unnerving that this is staring right at you.
Okay. I'm probably gonna attempt to call out to them.
Okay.
Like, how close are they? Like, are they literally like right in front of me, or are they? Like...
They're probably about 5 feet away.
Okay. Cool. Hello. I'm not sure exactly what business you have with this man, but they're injured, and I think perhaps we could put a rest to this. Whatever conflict you may have with them, we can probably ease.
You just hear
joy
come out from this person's under the mask.
Okay. Does like the mask move? Like, is there like a mouth opening, or is it just?
No, it fully covers their face. You don't see any movement. You just hear like a scream.
Awesome. Is it possible I could take that as a yes? Maybe.
Roll initiative for me.
How about a nat 20?
Oh, damn, you're ready. Yeah, you're gonna go first.
Okay.
Okay, you are absolutely ready for this fight. And it's your move.
Alright. So I think... Where's...
There's 3 of them, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that before.
No.
There's 3 of them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I forgot. That's a little important. There's 3 of them.
Alright, okay. How big would you say they are? Like,
average human height, medium size.
okay, cool. Oh, phone, don't do this to me now. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I want to cast a sanctuary on this human.
Okay.
And it is until the spell ends, any creature who targets the creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
So, on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay. What is your spellcasting ability?
It is a 13.
What's your armor class too while I'm at it?
14.
Gotcha. Just because I'll need to know for the wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You cast this, and does it have any visuals? Does it say? When I make up a visuals, it doesn't?
Yeah, it doesn't say any visuals, it's just a ward. So.
Okay. You cast this in, like, a very thin white light kind of surrounds the human.
Mm-hmm.
And they look at you and, like, they're like, ooh. And they, like, shoot you a smile, like, thanks, you know.
You're welcome.
And now it's the Plague Doctor's turn. They're gonna aim for the humans, so they're gonna make a wisdom saving throw. No. They miss. They had drawn out a sword, and we're going to go for the humans since that's who they were after in the first place, and they probably deduced that the human is hurt and probably an easier target,
Yeah.
go for them first. And they run at the human and go to slash down, but they are stopped by, like, the protection aura that you had cast.
Yeah.
Like, it just stops the sword from going into the human's shoulder.
Yeah. Okay.
And they draw the sword back, and their body language is kind of like confusion.
Fair enough.
As to, like, oh, thought that was gonna work.
Which, by the way, this does not protect against area effects like an explosion of a fireball. So.
Okay. Hey.
You're welcome.
The second, cloaked figure also pulls out a sword and goes to stab you, this time. Maybe trying to think if you are out of the picture, maybe the force, protection field will go away.
Probably.
And they go to stab you in the side, but they went a little too far off to the side and they miss you, like, completely. Okay. And it's the human's turn. So the human starts to stand up straight, like, attempting to straighten themselves out, and they move their hands in a very graceful manner. Like, I don't know how to describe that. Like, it just looks cool. They move their hands around, and then they, like, throw their hand out, and a huge gust of wind goes flying out of their hands, and it pushes the two plague doctors that tried to attack you already backwards. And they go flying backwards. Yeah, they go flying backwards into a tree.
Okay.
And they kind of start to come out of it, and they're, like, standing in it, and the wind isn't stopping, and they're just, like, standing in the wind, like trying to get through it. You know, like, when you see, I don't know if you've ever been taken by a gust of wind, but, like, you can't really walk through. They're having a hard time. Their, like, cloak things are flapping in the wind. They're, like, holding on to their hats, like.
Okay.
But the last one is fine, because they were over on the side. They missed this gust of wind.
Okay.
And they're actually going to go for you.
Fair enough.
Okay, they run up to you, but, like, go around the side as to avoid the stream of air that is, like, shooting out of the human's hands.
So it's continuous?
Yeah.
Okay.
They grab your wrist, and you start to feel like some of your life is, like, draining away.
Okay.
You take 6 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you feel some of your life, like, slipping away through this, and you feel a little cold.
That's unfortunate. Well, that's 4 HP.
It's your turn.
Okay. Well then. So that dude's right next to me, right?
Yeah. Probably still has their hand on your wrist.
Okay. So I probably should not touch them, correct? At this point I got nothing to lose. Am I still supporting the human?
No, they kind of straightened up into a spot where they're just, balancing themselves.
Okay.
So no, you're not supporting the human anymore.
Alright.
But they are right next to you.
Alright, that's fine. Well, fine then. Do I have, I wanted to, like, pull my hand away. Should I do, like, can I just do that, or is that, like, a check?
I think that would count as an action.
That would, okay. Okay. Am I allowed to swing a mace with one hand?
Sure.
Alright, fine then.
Oh, what the heck?
Well, that's not one.
Oh. You are like, you've got the one hand touched by this, cloaked figure, and, it doesn't feel very pleasant. You go to reach for your mace, you take it out, and you go to swing it, but you swing a little too high, and you go, like, right over the head of this thing.
Yeah. I'm not a lefty.
No, guess not. Okay, so this... Alright, he's gonna pass. One of the figures in the windstorm, instead of going forward, decides they should like veer to the side to get out of it, because they figure if you keep going forward, they're gonna be stuck in it. So they actually veer out to the side and they break free of it. They do fall on the ground because of this, though, because it went from like such incredible force to no force in like 1 second. So they are on the ground. But they're actually, like, near you now.
Okay.
And because of that... Let's see if they can... No. They had, like, taken the short sword out and were going to, slice into your legs. But I don't know if you probably saw it, so you jumped up... Nice. Before it could, like, hit into you.
Okay.
You didn't jump very far up, though, because this guy's still got their grasp on you.
Fair enough.
Nope. The other figure that was in the gust of wind is not thinking similarly to the other one and is still trying to run forward.
Okay.
It only makes it about, like, part way back up. Like,
yeah.
So... very slow moving.
Okay.
Let's see, humans. Okay, so the human actually retracts their hand and stops the gust of wind. And instead moves their other hand, kind of gracefully, like swooshes the other hand. And as they, like, do this and push forward, a floating spectral sword comes out.
That's cool.
And it's now within reach of the, cloaked figure that was partway through. And it's gonna hit them.
Okay.
4 points of damage plus... And so it slashes into that cloaked figure, and the cloaked figure kind of like reels back in pain. And then the sword actually moves over to the side where the one that was on the ground was. And goes to hit that one as well. That's a lot of damage.
Good.
That sword like slams down onto that cloaked figure's side. It's not strong enough to cut them in half, but they're definitely, like, bleeding out from one of the sides.
Fair.
And they let out a very, like, painfully loud, like, screech from this.
Okay.
And this, one cloaked figure is still latched onto you, but isn't really doing anything about it, just, like, so focused to holding on to you, that they're unable to do anything else.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Okay. Well, he needs to go, so not as gracefully as my friend, I'm going to cast Gust. You've got it on that one that's holding my hand. You've got to do a strength save.
18.
Well, shit. Yeah, no, yep. Worth a shot.
You attempt to cast this spell, but you're just so, like, off-put by the fact that, like, it's not even that, like, they're holding your wrist, it's, like, a huge weight on this one arm, so it's probably off-balancing you a lot.
That's fair.
Okay, the creature that took the first sword damage, the one that's still standing, kind of in the middle there, runs up to the human. Buddy boy.
That doesn't sound good.
You get the sense that this figure is angry and is probably just wanting to finish this. And they run up to the human and they grab both of the human's wrists, and you kind of hear the human, like, yelp as they feel their life being sucked out of their body a bit. And they kind of, like, fall to the ground for a minute.
Okay.
Just like, the next one to go is the one on the ground, who is not doing so hot. Again, attempts to, like, hit your leg with the sword, but because they're now losing a lot of blood, their vision is blurring, and they, like, miss, and they slam the sword into the ground next to your foot.
Okay.
The human actually this time, because they're, like, kind of down on the ground, they, like, yell out, and they yell out asking for the spirit guardians to come.
Okay.
But before, like, anything happens, they yell out, like, not you, like, and they kind of point to you.
Yeah.
And these very bright orbs come flying out, and they start blinding the cloaked figures. You're gonna take 3 d8s of damage, except for one of them who passed. 2, 6.
I'll take it at this point.
Alright, the one who passed it was that one. So you see them all kind of, like, grab their faces, like, cover the eyes, like, they're... this is hurting their eyes really bad. They're all still kicking, though.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Alright, does that mean the one that, like, grabbed both of us is now let go?
Yeah, they've all let go, because
Okay.
they're, like, grabbing their face.
Okay, cool.
The one that was grabbing you is, like, just so focused on, like, trying to cover their eyes and deal with the pain that their eyes are feeling, that they are unable to do anything, and it is your turn.
Awesome. Okay. Alright. So there's one on the ground near us, one off to the side, and then one probably pretty close to me, right?
Yeah, there's one, like, right up next to the human. You guys are pretty close, but right up next to human. There's one on the ground, like, right next to you, and one, like, that's kind of in front of you almost.
Okay. Okay. You know, I want to go after the one on the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to try the mace one more time. Because they're all probably too close for a crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 11?
No. You go to swing your mace, but you switched back to your right hand, but you still feel, like, a little bit of pain in it. So when you go to swing, you feel, like, the pain flare up, and you, like, stop halfway. And you kind of, like, grab your wrist, like, oh.
Fair enough.
Boy rolled a 20.
Oh.
Boy rolled a 20. They're going for you.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm gonna fucking die. I'm dead.
They take out their short sword and run at you and stab you right in the side. And they pull it out, and you take 6 points of damage.
I'm at -2.
Okay, that means when it's your turn, you're gonna make a saving throw.
Yay! Awesome.
So you are knocked unconscious by this. Like, you just feel the sword slipping out of you and you fall backwards and you're just, like, barely conscious. Like, you're out. The human is very alarmed by this. The one on the ground can't do shit.
That's good, at least.
They're, like, out of commission. They're still breathing, but they're, like, out of commission. And that makes it the human's turn. The human is actually running over to you, and they're opening your mouth and they're pouring a potion of healing inside of your mouth.
Okay.
Because they're very frightened.
Fair.
So... You get 8 points back.
Yay.
They hope that you won't choke on the drink. They've never had to actually use a potion of healing before in their life on anyone, so they're hoping that the way they're doing it is right and that you're not gonna, like, choke on the liquid that's going down your throat. They're just, like, hoping to whatever god is up there that this works.
Yeah. So what'd you say, 8?
Yep. You start from 0.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Wouldn't it at least be 1 or stabilize or what? Or just
1 stabilizes you.
Okay.
But you get, that much HP back. I'm just saying don't factor the -2 into it.
Oh, don't? Oh, okay.
I don't think so, because I think it's usually just hits 0 and that's it. The app just goes under, but...
Okay. So where am I at then?
8.
8, okay. Okay. Huzzah! I'm still alive.
Okay. The one that had previously grabbed your wrist sees the human doing this and lunges over in an attempt to slice their hand off to basically stop them from feeding you this potion, and it doesn't quite make it all the way. It just leaves a little gash on their hand.
So that spell is done now?
Yeah, because you went unconscious. I think you need to be concentrating on it.
Yeah.
I feel like... Yeah.
Damn it.
Go with that. Either way, he would have beat it, but...
Yeah.
And it's your turn. You're returning to consciousness.
Awesome.
Like a quick death and a quick revive, because, each round is 6 seconds, so you just, fell to the ground and immediately just started pouring this shit in your mouth, and now you're up.
Okay. Well. And everyone's still nearby, right?
Yep. Yeah, they're all within range.
Alright. I'm gonna try that one on the ground again. I don't even care with the mace. I'm gonna try one more time, and after that, I'm finding a new strategy of something. Nice. How about 21?
Was it nat 20?
No. Not 20.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit.
Sweet. 20s. I like your dice. Thank you. Welcome. Oh, there it is. For a 2.
Good.
At least I did something.
You slam your mace down into this cloaked figure's shoulder.
Okay.
And you hear, a very pitiful noise emerge. You get the sense that this person does not have much left in them, but
immediately feels guilty, but just died, so...
That's this guy's turn. Okay, misses. Still feeling the effects of the stuff in his eyes. Doesn't do much. That one on the ground is no, he can't do anything either. It's the human turn. I rolled that. And the human, outstretches their hand again, and you see this spectral sword come out again. Just write this down. You see the sword come out, and it actually slices into the figure that had just tried to slice the person's hand off. And that creature is now, like, screaming, too. Like, that really hurt, I guess. And the sword actually extends again. Going after... the other one, who's, like, too caught up with his eyes still. And... brings the sword down diagonally through them, and they fall to the ground. And they no longer move.
Okay. So that's one.
No. The third one is unable to do anything either.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Alright, so I'm going to turn to the human, and I'm going to cast Bless on them. Whenever they make an attack roll or a saving throw, they can roll a d4 and add that number to it.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Because I apparently can't do anything for fighting.
They feel blessed. They're like, ooh. No, I don't know. You cast this spell, and they just, like, smile at you. Like, they're like,
woo. Yeah. They feel invigorated.
Yes. The one on the ground is still not doing it. Yeah. I don't know why I keep rolling for this person. It just keeps going on the low rolls.
I'm not going to complain. I don't feel like dying again.
And it's the human's turn. The human is again going to use this giant spectral sword. The sword goes and, like, slashes into the other one that is standing still, and it brings that one down on their knees.
Okay.
And they're like, you could see their body heaving, like they're trying to suck in air, like they're probably not doing well either. And the sword's gonna go a second time. And it aims for the same one, stabs right through the chest, pulls out, and the figure falls to the ground, no longer moving.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
So it's just the one that can't do
anything. The one on the ground, yeah. The human kind of looks at you and is like, well, go ahead. Finish him up.
Oh, because this worked so accidentally before.
You've got this. I believe in you.
I'm not a fighter.
What? What?
Nat 20.
Nat 20!
At the end of the fight.
Double damage. Multiply whatever you roll by 2.
Okay. This is so nice. I'm so excited. How about 4?
Times 2?
No,
That's
it was a 2.
2. I mean,
yeah. Oh, thank God.
Dajio's like, what? I want them to die, and, like, slams the mace down into the mask, and it, like, cracks. Not fully, just, like, you see the, like, eye, the sapphire crack.
Okay.
And that one no longer moves either.
Oh, yay.
The human kind of, like, stumbles up to their feet and, like, wobbles over to you and is like, you okay? Do you need another potion? You alright? You good? I've got a couple more. Do you want to take one with you? Like,
I'll be fine.
I think you should take one with you. They're holding out a potion. They're like, put it in your bag. Come on.
Alright, she'll grab it and she'll put it into her bag.
You have a potion of healing.
Yay.
Wow. Thank you for all that. I don't even know your name.
After all that, I think it's only fair.
Yeah.
I'm Adagia, but you may call me Ada if you'd like.
Nice to meet you, Ada. I'm Alma.
Alma.
They reach out their hand to shake yours.
Okay, I return it.
They've got, like, a really bewildered look on their face. They're like,
Fair.
That was my first fight! Woo!
Well, at least you're alive, at least.
Yeah, not for long! They're gonna send more after me!
Shouldn't you take back that potion of healing then?
No. I've got a few of them. You keep that for your trouble. Actually, you know what? I've got some other stuff for you.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You seem like a real good person. I think you're worthy of this item. Okay?
Alright, I'm listening.
And they pull out of their bag 2 items, actually. One's an envelope.
Okay.
And one is a mask.
Okay.
You want to roll perception?
Yes. Oh, well. Oh. Didn't happen. Oh, okay. How about 10?
Okay.
Thank you.
You taking these items?
Yeah.
Okay. You notice that the envelope is like a really fancy gold envelope in this really pretty loopy handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like really spirally and fun. It says Mascherata di Gemme on it. And you notice the mask is, you know, the style that just covers your face, like the eyes, not your whole face. Sorry, pardon me. And it is a white mask with gold trim around it. And the trim's kind of swirly, kind of almost looks like brain work. It's swirly.
Okay.
Just gonna go with that. When the DM can't think of anything, it's swirly.
Would you say like gusts of wind?
Yeah, I would say like gusts of wind. That is what it reminds you of. And you see that there is one purplish gem next to one of the eye sockets. Holes? Eye holes? I don't like that. Eye sockets.
Okay.
And they look at you and they're like, okay, you can have this because I see the type of person you are, and I was out here looking for the right person for this. And you seem to fit it pretty well. Not really anybody would like let me drag them along on this like crazy adventure, and then not everyone would stick around to fight and like die for me and then like, you know, still stay after they're revived. So I appreciate that, and I think that it means you've got a good soul.
All right. I'm still confused at this turn of events, but
yeah, me too. This mask is a special mask. You need it to get into this ball. You have the invitation, which you also need that, but you need the mask too. Mm-hmm. Dress up, you know, however you want, whatever. If you want to like wear something fancy, go for it. It's a ball. It's a masquerade ball, like real big, fancy, like lots of good food, probably.
Okay.
Music. All
Intriguing.
different kinds of music, probably. They might have an orchestra there.
And perhaps it will be most certainly worthwhile to go.
Yeah, you like music?
You could say.
Oh, okay. They're like, I'll have to play my harp for you sometime.
I would love that, actually.
Yeah. You can hear laughing in the background still again. Their eyes kind of pop wide open. They're like, okay, I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit so you can be on your way. Put this mask in your bag there.
Yes.
And don't take it out until the masquerade, okay?
What? Why?
if they see you with it, they're gonna kill you. So you might just want to leave it in your bag until the masquerade. Once you're there, you'll be safe. I promise you. Just trust me on this. Trust me on this. You gotta trust me on this, okay?
After all this, I absolutely trust you. Absolutely.
Okay, good. So yeah, slip that in your bag. The date for the masquerade's in the envelope whenever you choose to open it. It's in a couple weeks. You know, get yourself ready. Yeah, that's about it. Just, keep an eye out for things at the ball. You're there for, like, a really specific purpose. Can't really tell you what, though. Because I wasn't really told what, either. So I can't really tell you what. If I don't know what, you won't know what.
Yeah.
We all don't know what. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, actually. I understand.
Okay, good. So, just like I said, don't bring it out. If they see it, they'll kill you. If you see them anywhere, just try to lay low and hide until the ball.
Fair enough.
Leave that in your bag.
All right, I understand.
Okay. It was really nice meeting you. I'm sad I didn't get to play my harp for you. Maybe another time, but, yeah. We should probably part ways. You should get running.
I will. Let it be known if we meet again, I owe you my life, quite literally and figuratively.
No problem. You're helping me out, so... And they, like, extend a hand to shake yours.
Yeah, and I extend it again.
They give you a really solid shake, and then before they part ways, they, like, grab your other hand, like, they put their hand on it, and they're just, like, really grateful looking, and they're like, okay, go!
Right.
And you split ways, and they start running, too.
Okay.
They're not waiting around to fight these guys again.
Yeah.
They're running, and you're running.
Okay.
And that's where it's gonna end for now.
Okay.
Hey everyone, just wanted to let you all know that we are now live on Twitter. You can find us by going to twitter.com/absolutelymeta. That's absolutely META. We do have a hashtag going for that, also by the same name, #absolutelymeta. Feel free to go and check it out. We'll be posting updates, artwork, and other content there. And we thank you for listening to the first episode of the Most Eccentric Travelers Available.